So we know the Morning Joe is establishment television. Everybody in Washington tunes in, especially Donald Trump, because we know he loves to hate watch. Now, the thing about Morning Joe is that once in a while they'll say something really interesting. Case in point, earlier there was a discussion about Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton was interviewed, and he said some things about Monica Lewinsky, including the fact that he's actually not going to apologize to Monica Lewinsky for what happened. Now, here's Joe talking about the need to apologize before he hits the campaign trail in 2018. Let's take a look.
Right. He wants to go out and campaign in 2018, which he should. Do you own up to the fact that Monica Lewinsky's life has been ruined? That you still have Juanita Broaddrick, who is suffering through what she went through. Do you own up to it, or do you continue to be Clinton-esque and legalist? Because I think people would forgive him. He said, I am so sorry. And yes, I need to call Monica. And yes, I'm so... But we still see this nagging Clintonian impulse, which, again, as you said, allowed Trump supporters to say, well, what about the Clintons?
What about the Clintons? That is actually something that we hear a lot from Trump supporters whenever you bring up anything that Donald Trump has done, which is arguably worse than what Bill Clinton had done. But nonetheless, we're not really doing comparisons because what both of them have done is actually wrong. So, okay. Now, again, he says, well, look, if you want to go out and campaign in 2020, if you want to do some politics, well, then you got to apologize to Monica Lewinsky and Juanita Broaddrick, okay? Because of what she went through. Well, that's actually very forward-thinking of you, Joe. But unfortunately, I think it's more rooted in politics. So, nonetheless, Mika's going to have a response to this. Let's listen to that.
It has been for decades an unbelievable double standard that the Clintons have used and abused, where nobody is allowed to go there on this issue. And in the age of Me Too, women are supposed to go there. And men, by the way. We're supposed to be able to say what the difference is between right and wrong. And when you have done something wrong, you are supposed to own it and not talk about facts, distorted facts, and obstructed facts. My God, he sounded like Trump. He sounded incapable of owning anything.
That is, look, she's right about that. Okay, so for one, let's go back to him talking about the campaign trail. Why the hell is Bill Clinton going to be on the campaign trail? What is the point of him being there? I think that Bill Clinton would actually hurt the Democrats being on the campaign trail because, of course, it reminds everybody, oh, right, Bill Clinton is a neoliberal. He actually created some of the policies. He did welfare reform, the Telecommunications Act, that actually landed us in our present situation. I do not want to be reminded of that. It might work on, of course, a lot of the centrists, but as we know, centrists, they're not very smart and they're more authoritarian. So anyway, so I don't think he should be on the campaign trail at all. But aside from that, Bill Clinton, the issue for me is not that he had an affair. And I actually think that the Republicans showed their hypocrisy by going after and trying to impeach Bill Clinton. Especially considering how some of the people who even tried to impeach Bill Clinton, who were involved in that impeachment, ended up doing their own affairs. So Republicans are hypocrites. Doesn't excuse what Bill Clinton did, but it's still a point that should be made, right? No, the worst part about that is how Lewinsky was treated afterwards. So, I mean, just the attacks. Hillary Clinton herself went on the attack against Monica Lewinsky, who I think in this case is, yes, she did do those things, but I think in a way she was a victim of people who had, power. And I think with power comes an element of coercion, in a way. I'm not saying that, not saying anything more than that. But look, he's not taking responsibility for any of that any of that shit. So that's a problem, right? Now, Steve Schmidt is going to weigh in on this interview and how disastrous it is, and he's going to say this.
What you saw there, I think, is the end of Bill Clinton's life as a public figure in this country. Because of that interview, I don't think he's campaigning anywhere ever again unless he can clean it up and fix it pretty quickly.
And by the way, the Democrats desperately need this man. I still think the
successful president.
I don't think they need him.
Democratic mind politically of their time. I think Barack Obama was LeBron James, as he said. He was just unbelievably skillful. Bill Clinton, a brilliant tactician. Democrats need him engaged.
No, they don't.
He needs to apologize and move on.
All right, so again, Schmidt's like, well, he's over unless he apologizes. This insistence of bringing Bill Clinton back into electoral politics to have him go and campaign in 2020 for, of course, what's going to be establishment centrist Democrats. Look, they keep bringing it up. Again, this is establishment television. This is establishment Morning Joe. That's what the establishment wants. They want to bring Bill Clinton back. So here they are. They're saying, Bill, just apologize already so that you can get back out there and we can have the centrists. We can have the centrists and the third way come back into power, and then the status quo and the establishment will be wonderful. But there is one person on that panel that keeps disagreeing with that, and that is Mika. In fact, here's what she said at the end of the segment.
Listen, Steve.
This is the tragedy.
He said, what about to past presidents? And yes, what about them? But you know what? We're at a moment in history where this is no longer okay. We're not doing this anymore. And it's too bad that the former president didn't own it. And as for Democrats, Democrats don't need him. They don't need Hillary. We don't need them.
Damn. We don't need Bill Clinton. We don't need Hillary. No more Clintons. I love the little argument that they had, in a way, right? He's like, no, we need Bill Clinton. The Democrats need Bill Clinton. No, we don't. No, we don't. That is kind of funny. Look, she is right in the fact that we don't want Hillary Clinton. In fact, there was a whole election in which the country got to decide on whether they wanted to elect Hillary Clinton or a game show host. A lot of the country picked a game show host. And in the way our system works, enough people in the right areas chose a game show host. But what about Russia? Oh, the Russian memes. Yes, those were really, really effective. Right. Look, the thing is, the Democrats lost, and what they need to do is they actually need to talk about policy. They actually need to go and run on things like Medicare for all, expanding Social Security and living wage, and free college. Those are incredibly popular programs. They're over 60%, approval. You're not going to get that from the Clintons. Again, the Clintons are establishment third way politics. They say, no, we have to go centrist, we have to go corporatist. And of course, now they're going to say we have to go even more right wing because we want to get those Republicans who are now, and this is their strategy, we have to get the Republicans that are anti-Trump, the never Trump Republicans. You're not going to do that. You're not going to get that. So Mika is correct when she says no more Clintons. She is actually the voice of reason. Everyone else says, no, we need Bill Clinton. Just go and apologize so you can go on campaign. And she says, no, I don't care how much you apologize. You've got to go and take your goddamn loser wife with you. Out of the entire panel, she's actually the one that kind of gets it. The Clintons, their time is over. They've got to go. They are hurting the look. They're hurting the Democratic Party. There is no doubt about that. But they have so much control in the Democratic Party that they can't move on. And that's why you see so many people that are stuck in 2016. They can't get over it, and they can't move on, and they can't actually push for progressive policies that will actually win. The Clintons have to go away because, so we can get the rest of the party, the rest of the Democratic Party, to finally understand, to finally get it, and to finally do what they need to do to actually win. So, credit to Mika for kind of getting it. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.